can drive strong emotions. When you see these old photographs, it takes you back to a long memories and stuff. When you see your parents' photograph, grandparents and stuff. So there's a strong idea behind black and white photography. And people who does black and white photography, they don't just take black and white photograph. They develop their mind or the eyes to see things in black and white. So that's the level black and white photography works. And we don't just what we do is when our photographs are overexposed, we just change it to black and white. So that's not the right way. So you got to be mindful of these things when you use when you work with colors. All these things I will explain when I do the practicing. Clean visuals is equal to professionalism and trust. Our brain loves clear and simple things. We don't like anything that's too crowded and when there's a lot of things going on. We don't like that. We need clear, simple things today. Photos that are neat, well edited, not messy, feels more professional and trustworthy. Okay. Clean colors, balance, and the distortions may make work look high quality. Okay, people like please take serious actions when your photos looks well polished. Okay, now to validate this point that I have spoken, I'll bring to this one. The last point, the viewers always comes last. Okay, the viewers means the audience. Like example, if you are taking photograph for your satisfaction and if you are not posting in social media, this doesn't belongs to any of you guys. But if you are posting in social media and if you want to make people engage with it, they comes last, but they are the most important people. Okay, so editing isn't just about editing is just about for photographers. It's for the audience. Okay, the people who are sharing this. Okay, think this as an emotional design. So you are shaping the experience of the viewers. Now, this all let's keep it around. What is very important is for businesses, in business, emotion drives actions. What does it mean? For example, let me go to this. How many of you all know the website called Booking.com? Booking.com is a hotel website, okay? Where you can book hotels and stuff. Yeah. So if you go to this website, if you want to book a hotel, okay, you go here, you will look at the price first, second you will go, and what you will look for actually is not any of these information. First you look for the photograph. This picture is what makes that decision of you to book. And then the next factor that the reviews and stuff comes to play. First thing you look is into the photograph to get an experience. If these photographs are not edited well and not shown, presented in a proper way, that decision doesn't happen. So images play a huge role in businesses and things that needs more attention. So there's where you need to know how to edit a photograph. That's why editing matters a lot. If you don't do this, then if you don't do it properly, you won't be able to do photographing right way, I would say. Okay, so we'll now dive into understanding the tools that we have that we can use. So I don't want to confuse you with too many tools. I'm just going to introduce you two tools which mostly about 90% of the industry professionals and people who are in this field are using. One is Adobe Lightroom, the other is Adobe Photoshop. Both are from the company called Adobe. So let's go into comes to Adobe, so how do you get Adobe is, it's not a free software, it's a monthly subscription based software. Okay, you have to buy it. So if you buy, you get more features and stuff. Because I'll tell you what.
Maybe download cracks.
Crack you can download, but you will not get some of the things that I'm going to show you. Okay, if you want to download the crack version, you can go to this filecr.com. This is the website, filecr.com, and you will find all whatever the kind of software you want for free. Here you will find. Okay, you can find the latest version of Photoshop as well. Okay, and then if you want to buy Photoshop, if you buy from Tata, it's very expensive. Monthly, it's about 70 or 75 riyal, which is per year is closer to around 400. Yeah, it's still slightly costly. If you want to buy it from India. How do you buy it from India? Is you can use a VPN, like this is one of the VPNs that I use. So it's called Setup VPN, or you can find any of the VPNs, and you can log into this VPN. You can check the rates from India. Okay. So when you buy this from India, it's very cheap there. I'll show you, for example.
But won't it have any problems later on when
No, I've been using it for 1.5 years, 2 years. You can use your bank card, but only you need an Indian address. Maybe you can reach out one of your colleagues who works in an organization, Indians. You can use their home address or something. And so I'll show you how you can buy this. So when you go here, you see this one. For Photoshop and Lightroom is 599 rupees. So 599 rupees is something equal to around 23 riyals, so monthly around. Yeah, so around 26 riyals per month. So into 12, yearly you will pay around 312 riyals. Every month they will deduct.
And the annual subscription must be cheaper than this then.
Yes.
If you're going to subscribe once.
Yeah, if you are buying this Photoshop, okay, go to students and teachers package. You see 400 rupees. In this, you get all the softwares from Adobe. You will get the video editing software, photo editing, as well as Acrobat Reader and everything. And if you buy this, it's very good. For 1 year, you pay 400 rupees only.
Wow.
See, individual software, they cost you this amount. See, 1,400 rupees. Select this, and maybe you can put an Indian school, and they don't care much about this. You can get it, and I have asked a lot of my students have tried it, and it works for them. So now they are running this offer for 400 rupees. If you just pay for this, for annually, you will pay what? So annually you will pay 4,800 rupees, which is 4,800 rupees divided by 23 is around 200 riyals you are paying for 1 year. Okay, so 1 year divided by 12 means just 17 riyals per month. Just go at one time and put your bank card and purchase it for 1 year.
It's safe.
Huh?
It's safe.
Of course it is. Adobe is one of the largest.
No, I mean to save your site.
Yeah, this site is Adobe site. That's no problem. I have around 3 to 4 accounts, so I've been using it no problem. So it's official website you are buying. There are people who sell enterprises versions. They buy in bulk. Sometimes it gives you problems as well. So here you get everything, like get 20 plus software, and it's really good for this price. Okay. So if you want to buy, maybe I can help you out in the next class. I'm not sure until the next class if this price will remain. If it remains, you can buy it, and I can help you out getting this in the next class. Okay. So now let's move on to see what is this. Now, when you talk about Lightroom, Lightroom's got two versions. Here you see it says LR. Okay, there is something called Lightroom Classic. You see LRC. In this logo, you will see LRC, Lightroom Classic. You see this logo here. So Lightroom is different. Lightroom Light version is different. Lightroom Classic is different. So mostly professional they use Lightroom. So who's this for? Especially when you talk about Lightroom. Lightroom is for people who work in bulk quantity of photograph, like sports photographers, wedding photographers, event photographers. When you take photos in bulk, you can use Lightroom. Like if you are like a person who does like building architectural, fashion shoots, like product photography and stuff. Ideally, Photoshop is the best tool where you have a lot of options where you can work around. Now, if you want to choose Lightroom, this is how you use this. When you come here, when you plug your memory card into the computer, automatically if you have raw files and stuff, it will automatically give you a pop-up screen saying that to import the files. Now you have to know that memory card is an external drive. It's not connected attached to the computer. So what you have to do is if you want to edit photograph, first you need to import the photograph into the computer. Am I too fast in talking? If you are not able to understand, stop me. Yeah? You can ask me questions, please. So if you want to import, so you got to first go here, import photos and videos. Okay, when you hit that, it's gonna give you a screen like this. And then you will find, if your memory card is plugged here, you will find the folders here. For example, if you select this. So when I select this file, it is going to show all the photographs here. See?
This is from the memory card.
No, this is not the memory card, I'm just showing it from my computer. Okay. If you plug your memory card, I have my C drive, I have my D drive, and below that you will see the F drive, which is your memory card. So you just need to click that, and if you just hit import, hit the select the photographs that you want. Before you import a photograph, double click on this. And
so this is not Photoshop.
This is Lightroom.
These are Lightroom.
Lightroom. Yes. So you got to just first go and see the photograph, and then whatever is good, just select that photograph. Like you select and hit import, and then it's going to import like this here. Okay, and then what you can do is once you import, we'll just try to familiarize some of the areas here. Here you see the first thing that you see on the top left. This is called the navigator. What is navigator? Is now this image is a large image, so you got to see if it is sharp or not. See, to check this if it is sharp or not, you have to do this. So what I do, I basically, to make sure that the image is good enough to edit, I don't just go and look overall like this. I go inch by inch. For example, I'll zoom it here, and then I'll move around to see if everything is in detail. You see, I don't just overall like I don't look into a photo like this alone. Sometimes when you look like this, it will be good, but if you try to zoom, that's the time you will see the issues around the photograph. So when you do that, you see, now to keep moving this, it's annoying. You need to keep clicking and pressing. Here, inside this, it's very easy. It's just moving around. You see, wherever you want, you can just easily move around and see. That's what the navigator is all about. Here you can zoom around to whatever the sizes you want. You can go up to 1600 times. So it's not required. Around 100 to 200% is always more than enough to do. So that's something you need to know. Okay. Say example, if I want to see something, this is 300 times. So I will go into around 200 times. Ideally 100% is more than enough. Yeah, so see, so it will show if it is good or bad. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is that you need to know is called the folders. This is where you organize your folders. For example, if those who have a camera, you are planning to buy a camera, the first thing that you need to do is when you buy a camera, set your date and time correctly. So when you import photograph, that metadata that you set there will import here and automatically create folders. So it's easy for us to maintain folders. You see, all my sports work that I do, it is here in organized way. So for example, if a client comes and say tomorrow, can you give me those photographs of this event? I may not remember because I do a lot of events. So I'll ask for the dates. So if they give me the dates, it's easy for me to find those date information by date. You see. So that's something you need to know. Okay, and then you come to the there's a lot of things I don't want to go because most of the things you may not use here. The most important thing is the navigator here and the folder to organize your photograph. And then when you come to the left hand side, right hand side, the top, you're going to find something called the histogram, which is when I go into develop, I will explain in more details. Okay, now when you come into develop, right now what you have done is you have imported the photo from memory card into the computer. So what happens is when you right click here, it says here show in explore. So the imported files will be brought into your computer. See this? This is the entire photograph that you took in the listing is being imported inside the computer. Now you see what is happening if I try to go here and right click and try to check the properties here. It is about 3.7 GB worth file. Okay. So this is also I shot this photograph when I do sports photography. I shoot in JPG only. I don't shoot in RAW. If it is raw files, the file size is going to be very high. I'll show you another solid example of that.